don't let nobody tell me I can't do it. I received that from my mom. Always believe in yourself. It's every time you step in the gym, it's a person that hasn't seen you play before or doesn't know anything about you. So setting a good impression. Still gotta know I ain't did nothing yet really. I'm still humble. I put in the same work I used to put in before I had all these offers on ESPN and stuff like that. So it's really the same thing for me. I still hoop anywhere. It don't matter to me. I'm still the same guy from Rockford, Illinois, same kid from Rockford, Illinois. So I'm blessed and I love my city. Always rapping the 815. Shout out everybody in the 815. All the hoopers in 815. Keep grinding. Don't let nobody tell you can't.
Welcome back to another episode of the DJ Henderson podcast. I'm your host, DJ Henderson, and this is season 4, episode 1. We're kicking season 4 off with a bang, as this episode features 4-star and ESPN Top 100 Aj Storr. Aj is a Rockford, Illinois native who is currently an ESPN Top 100 player and is committed to play basketball at St. John's University next season. Aj burst onto the scene after playing in the Border League in Las Vegas, competing against some of the nation's top players and displaying his talent, and is now one of the top small forwards in the country. Right now, Aj is primed to have a big season as he's at IMG Academy and is looking to continue to get better and have a major season with his other highly touted teammates. Aj Storr, welcome to the show, bro.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being a part of this. It means a lot to me just taking the time to do this. I know we've been waiting about a week to do this, so I'm excited, ready to get this done and get this going.
Yep, no problem, man.
Aj, you're from Rockford, Illinois. Talk to me about your upbringing and what your city means to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm from Rockford, Illinois, the west side of Rockford, Illinois. I love my city to death. It's not really it's a lot of hoopers out there that got talent, but, it's no publicity and stuff. They don't usually got the platform and anything like that. So I'm just blessed to, COVID was a big help for me, even though, it shut the world down and stuff. It was a big help for me because I got a chance to move out to the West Coast and play on a platform that I never got to play on before and get that publicity and the name around it. So I'm blessed and I love my city. Always rapping the 815. Shout out everybody in 815. All the hoopers in 815. Keep grinding. Don't let nobody tell you can't.
For sure. Rockford, that's a city outside of Chicago. I know I seen on the interview before you had to make sure, let them know it's not a suburb. Tell them about
it's not a suburb. Yeah, it's not a suburb.
For sure. When did you first pick up basketball?
I picked up basketball at 6 years old. It was like a Bloomington Boys and Girls Club. Me and my sister, we played in a little league in Bloomington. So about 6 years old, I started playing basketball.
For sure. I heard on the interview your mom played semi-pro. She was a hooper. Talk to me about your mom's influence on your game and what it means to have somebody that knows the game like that.
Yeah, my mom is definitely a big influence. They used to call her female Michael Jordan back in the day. I definitely can agree with that because she's very competitive. She averaged 38 in high school, and she could have went to play overseas, but she ended up having my sister, so it got cut short a little, but she still ended up playing semi-pro. And my mom is definitely a big influence for me, and she definitely paved the way for me and my sister.
For sure. What was one of your first and your favorite hoop memories?
Favorite hoop memory? Probably going to North Carolina, 4th grade playing nationals. I got to see, that was my first time playing a big platform. A lot of talent out there. That's my very first time traveling like that out of state was to North Carolina. So probably going to North Carolina in 4th grade.
For sure. I feel like those trips, like me and you both, we played a lot of basketball, AAU ball, those kind of trips. I remember we went to nationals. I'm from Florida. I'm from Tampa, Florida, but we went to Cocoa Beach for our 5th grade nationals. And even though it was just 2 hours away, it was probably the most fun I ever had on a trip, period. Those AAU trips, I tell people all the time, that's the most fun I probably ever, or a lot of hoopers probably ever would have playing basketball, just being so young, just having fun playing basketball, being with your teammates. You can't beat it.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's definitely a blessing.
So you started playing around the age of 6. When did you start to take the game serious? And when did you, what was the turning point for you to be oh, I got to lock in. I could be real good at this?
I started taking the game serious probably in like 7th grade, really. 7th grade was the turning point. And it's just, I was during my elementary schools, like 5th grade, I started being like really good. But before then, I was like a bench warmer. And that just motivated me to like grind. I never wanted to be a bench warmer again. That just motivated me. So I started taking it more serious towards like 5th through 7th. That's when I was taking it serious.
What did that time look like, going from not being that good, being a bench warmer, like you said, to just becoming what you are now, a top 50 player in the country, just a real hooper? Like, what were those days, what were those nights like back then?
It was definitely hard, but it definitely made me who I am today. I don't think without those hard times back then, like not playing, I don't think I'd be the player I am today without those hard times.
For sure. I remember I used to play football when I was a jit, and then like I just got into basketball, and I was real good at football just naturally. Like, it was easy, and basketball was hard. And I started playing at a rec league like you. Then I started playing AAU, and once I started playing AAU, like it was just way different. I was so terrible compared to like obviously the better competition. I was just like a little football player out there. I couldn't dribble, I couldn't shoot, I couldn't do nothing really. And like, but that just motivated me to work hard, and like I wanted to put the time in playing basketball versus just being good at football for whatever reason. So I definitely feel that for sure. A lot of long nights, a lot of tears for sure. I definitely
for sure. A lot of tears for sure.
So after that time, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, you started taking the game serious. You went to Kankakee High School. What was it like when you first got to high school, your first 2 years there?
It was rough again. Like, it didn't stop. Like, even though like when I moved to a different city, I didn't know nobody like that. I came from Rockford. I moved out there my sophomore year, so it was a challenge because I didn't get to play varsity like that. I got a little minutes, but not how I wanted to. Just had to keep working, and then keep getting better over the summer into my junior year.
You worked hard going into your junior year, and you were looking for more exposure, more opportunities. You went to Arizona Compass, moved out west. Talk to me about that transition and some of the things that brought to you.
The transition was tough. Leaving home, I was 16 when I left. Turned 17 like 3 weeks after. I was 16 when I first left. It was definitely tough leaving my mom because I grew up with my mom and my sister my whole life. But the transition definitely was a good outcome for me. I don't think I would be this highly ranked if I didn't move to the West Coast. So it was definitely a blessing for me.
What I want to know, like how you just were able to make that decision. Was it more so like your family helping you? Because me and you kind of got similar backgrounds. I think I told you a little bit before we got on the interview. Like, I started school a year early when I was a JIT, and I graduated when I was 17. I was going to do a postgrad year, reclass, the whole nine. I was going to Hargrave Military Academy, but I couldn't, like, at that time when I was that age, I couldn't get my mind around moving all the way to West Virginia, doing the military thing, being far from home, not having no phone, like all the stuff that like I'm sure you heard about Hargrave before or other postgrads.
Yeah, my coach went there.
For sure. So like, what was it like? Just what was the mindset like when you were making that decision moving out to Arizona?
It was either that or stay in Illinois and not playing basketball for like, I don't think they started till, because I was already in my season and it had just started. I was going to either sit in Illinois for 3 months training or go to the West Coast and actually play games. So it was I didn't want to set up basketball for that long, to be honest, not playing live games. I love it so much. I want to play live. So I was like, why not go to the West Coast? And plus, it was this border league tournament where I really blew up at coming up. And I didn't want to go at first because I didn't want to leave home. But my mom ended up convincing me going, and it turned out very well. I ended up picking like 10 plus high majors at that tournament on ESPN.
So part of it, a lot of it was just you had to. It was COVID that shut the season down, right?
Yeah, COVID shut the season down.
For sure. So you moved out there to Arizona. You started playing in the border league, like you just said. Talk to me about that whole process. I saw clips of it. I wasn't really tuned in for sure, like for real, but I saw clips, a lot of high level players. Talk to me about what it was like playing against that competition and how you blew onto the scene.
Yeah, I started off playing with during the border league tournament. I was playing with Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, and then they ended up canceling the season in Las Vegas again, so I moved to Arizona campus. Let me just throw that in there. But playing with Bishop Gorman and the Border League tournament, it was good. It was a great experience. The crazy thing is the first 2 games I had tough games. I think I scored it pretty well, but not how I usually do. I had bad shooting nights. But then the game we played on ESPN, I ended up playing very well, which is crazy. I didn't even know I was in. It's crazy how I blew up. Like those shots I was shooting fell off, but they just was going in. I don't know how. The shots I was shooting in that Border League when I had 27 against Prolific, they fell off. They was going in. I don't know how, still to this day, but it worked out great for me. My experience blowing up was great. It came so fast, though. It came in I think I had 5 offers, and I think I racked up 5 offers in one day. It was crazy to me.
I want to go back to playing on ESPN. Like, that's every kid's dream. I never played on ESPN. Like, talk to me about just the day before, the day of, knowing you're going to be on ESPN, like what your mindset was like, what everything was like going into the game, and then the actual game. Like you said, you hit a lot of crazy shots. You went off for 27 against Prolific Prep. Definitely a highly touted team every year for sure. Talk to me about the whole experience being on ESPN.
Before the game, I was a little bit nervous. Definitely nervous playing it because all my friends was texting me. They just want to tune in, watch the game. Parents was texting my mom like, "What channel is the game on?" It got a little nervous to me, but when I finally got on the court, the ball tipped off, all the jitters left, and I just locked in into my zone. Actually, it's crazy. I had a Sports Center top 10 play catching the alley-oop. I was in the Sports Center top 10. And it's just crazy. Like everybody was posting it on their Snapchat, Instagram. I was like, man, it's crazy how fast that happened. I was just in Illinois a few weeks before that at the Y hooping. Now I'm on ESPN playing. It was just crazy to me.
For sure. That's surreal. Just hearing it just made me feel good. That's crazy for real.
It's crazy.
If you're new to the show and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on the show. If you're tuned in through the audio experience, make sure you leave a review, a 5-star rating, and subscribe to the show. You talked about Bishop Gorman. Talk to me about that experience. That's another high-level school, a nationally ranked school. They're good at pretty much every sport. They on football. The ESPN, they on football pretty much all the time. Talk to me about Bishop Gorman, how that went. For the time being.
Their football team crazy. They was number 1 before COVID and stuff. They was number 1. But it was definitely a blessed experience going to a school like that. Bishop Gorman, they got a lot of history, a lot of pros that went there. Shabazz Muhammad went there. A couple other players went there. But I got a chance to play with a lot of highly ranked players. Will McClendon, he's at UCLA right now. I had a top 50 point guard. Zayon Collins, he was top 5 point guard. I met Zayon Collins, but it was definitely a blessed experience playing with guys like that. That was really my first time playing with highly talented like that was known worldwide. So it was definitely a blessing.
Like you said, a couple of weeks before you burst onto the scene, you was at the Y back in the city hooping. Like, what does it do for your confidence in your game just playing against high level guys consistently, like you did in the Border League, like you did at Bishop Gorman, like you're about to be doing at IMG? Like, what does that do for your game and your confidence?
It boosts my confidence a lot, but I still gotta know I ain't did nothing yet really. I'm still humble. I put in the same work I used to put in before I had all these offers and on ESPN and stuff like that. So it's really the same thing for me. I was just blessed to get the name early, not early, blessed to have the platform to play on. And I'm just still humble, and I still hoop anywhere. It don't matter to me. I'm still the same guy from Rockford, Illinois, same kid from Rockford, Illinois.
We mentioned it a couple of times just now. Your recruiting process just took a huge leap. Talk to me about like some of the offers that you got and what it felt like just to start getting all those offers, getting all those calls, getting all that notoriety. Like, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I love my Johnnies. I'm committed to St. John's. Love the Johnnies. I'm about to talk about the offers though. When I took a couple visits. LSU. LSU was a good visit, just to see all the history. Shaq went there. I got to see Shaq's son in person. Adam Miller had just transferred into there. I got to watch them work out. LSU visit was surreal. That was my first visit. Yeah, that was my first visit. And then I went to Oklahoma. The Sooners, sponsored by Jordan. I got to see all the Trey Young stuff there, the Blake Griffin. They got the Blake Griffin weight room and stuff. But I had to say, I was most shocked by the Kansas visit. I got to see Bill Self. That's a legendary. He's a Hall of Fame coach. I got to see all the history there. I got a chance to play 5-on-5 with the guys, the Kansas guys too. It was just crazy to me.
For sure. Like you said, you committed to St. John's. You're not stepping past that St. John's for sure. But you picked up the Illinois offer, the home state. Talk to me about that. What was it feeling like when you got that offer?
It was that I got the offer on Thanksgiving. It was on Thanksgiving. I remember Coach Chan. He's not there at Illinois anymore. He's at Kentucky. Coach Chan had called on Thanksgiving and offered me, and my mom was in tears. It was a Big Ten offer. It was big for me. Illinois home state. Would have loved to play in front of them, but changes happened, and I just had to do what was best for me.
For sure. Now you committed to St. John's. Talk to me about what went into that, the process of committing there, and what you saw there, what you liked there.
St. John's, it's crazy how all their home games is at the Madison Square Garden. And Mike Anderson, a great coach. He's just a great guy. Easy to relate to. He has experience on a player level and coaching level. He won a national title with Arkansas. I know that. He played with Tulsa back in the day. He has experience on the player level. So that's big for me, knowing a coach that has experience on the player level. That was big for me. And plus, I'm not going to get an opportunity like that in college to play in front of, the Madison Square Garden is going to be packed out every game. I know that.
For sure. Like me, my favorite subject in school, history. History is a big thing to me. I feel like if I had that kind of opportunity, I'd just be going nuts. Every day, you get to go to Madison Square Garden and play your home games. All the historic stuff that's happened at Madison Square Garden, boxing matches, basketball games, all kind of stuff. I feel like
a whole lot of history
matches. It's just so much that went on there. Concerts, it goes on and on. Madison Square Garden. There's no place that I could think of that's better to play at for college games, any arena period than Madison Square Garden for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely, it seemed like from the outside looking in, I don't know you personally, you definitely kept a level head with all of this buzz going on, all your recruiting and stuff. What are some things you would tell somebody that's up and coming, that's going through the recruiting process that might need help or that wants to take some advice from you?
Things work in mysterious ways. I feel like God does everything for a reason. So just don't rush your outcome. It's going to come. It might take a year. It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 years. You just got to be patient with it and trust the process. Keep working every day. Keep working and get improvement every day. Every time you go to the gym, you should be trying to get better at something. You got to try to perfect something in your craft. I feel like either if it's shooting, ball handling, you got to do something very good.
For sure. Get better every day. That's what it's all about. So right now you currently at IMG Academy, Bradenton, Florida. Talk to me about what it was like making the decision to go there and what it's been like so far since you've been there these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I definitely had to take advantage of going here. They got a lot of crazy stuff here that I never seen in high schools before. Well, this is academy/high school. They got a lot of advanced technology here. They have you got the Normatex in the back. They got Normatex in the gym. The weight room is crazy. It's big. I was just in a bipods. I don't know if you know what that is, the bipods. You just sit in them and they get your body mass. It's crazy. My bad, somebody was calling me. It's a lot of crazy stuff here. I can't even really describe it all. It's a lot of high technology stuff, a lot of top ranked players here, a lot of talent here. Everybody here plays sports. Everybody on the campus plays sports. So I'm around the top golfers in the world, the top tennis players in the world. It's just nothing like this.
For sure. A lot of people aren't. I mean, a lot of people are familiar with IMG Academy. A lot of people aren't. It's really, like you said school/academy. You got best of the best at every sport. Everything is the best that you can get for sure. Like just being from Florida, I've been to IMG a bunch of times. Obviously, I never went there, but like I know about IMG a lot. Football for sure. Go crazy. They just beat Bishop Sycamore. Was any of the guys talking about that recently playing them dudes, bro?
Bishop Sycamore?
Yeah.
I was at the game. They just played Bishop Sycamore, right?
Yeah.
They blew them out, man. It was really nothing to talk about. They blew them out.
Bro, you seen it wasn't even, they're not even a certified school. It was like grown men playing like
For real?
stuff. That's not a regular high school team, bro.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they was on Sports Center like the day after the game. Like they found out that it wasn't even like a certified high school. It was like a bunch of like dudes that was old grown dudes for real, like grown men playing. They blew them out.
They made them look like middle schoolers.
Yeah, they smashed them. IMG football is serious. Basketball too, though. Talk to me about some of your teammates this year. What you looking forward to this coming season?
I have my roommate Alex going to UConn. We both in the Big East together. And then I have my other two teammates. They both committed to Syracuse, Quadere Copeland and Justin Taylor. It's a lot of undiscovered talent on this team too. My friend Grant, he's from Chicago, Illinois, went to Whitney Young. Frankie, we got a lot of talent that people don't know about still. And I think we're gonna do great this season. I'm trying to go undefeated and win at the highest level.
If you're new to the show and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on the show. If you're tuned in through the audio experience, make sure you leave a review, a 5-star rating, and subscribe to the show. To somebody that's never seen you play before, what's your game like? Some people that you like to watch, like how would you describe your game to somebody that's never seen you play before?
My game is like, I would say, what would I compare my game to? Kind of like Jaylen Brown a little. He definitely developed more guard skills in these past years and his shooting ability. So I'll probably say like Jaylen Brown. Like I can take you off the dribble. I can really play the 1 through the 3. I can take you off the dribble. I can play the main ball handler, or I can play like a spot up shooter. It really doesn't matter. And I'm freaky athletic too. On the fast breaks, watch out for real.
For sure. Watching some of your highlights, I feel like I never watched the full game, but I watched some highlights. I feel like you definitely just got a good advantage. Like you got bigger guys guarding you, just take them out on the wing, go past them. Yeah. Smaller guys take them to the post, that kind of thing. Like talk to me about like what it means to just be a versatile player, how that's helped you just overall.
Oh yeah, versatile players is definitely winning nowadays. Like, I mean, it's mismatches really. Like you said, if it's a bigger defender, you go right past them. Smaller, you can post them up. And just like having the ability to stretch the floor is big nowadays. Like I can shoot it. Like you really can't play help side defense nowadays at the level we play on. It's shooters all over the court.
For sure, I feel like my game is kind of similar to what you just described. I'm definitely not as athletic as you are. I got some bounce and stuff, but I ain't that athletic. But definitely being able to put the ball on the floor. I always tell people, like, if you want to be a good player, just good, at least if you want to be good, just be able to shoot, pass, and dribble. Yeah. Like, if you could dribble, you could shoot, you could pass, then, like, that's just basic. Like, you're going to be good at any level, really, and play defense. Talk to me about what you do on defense, what you're able to do on defense, your size, your frame, all that kind of stuff.
I can really guard at this. I think at this level, I can really guard 1 through 4, maybe. Well, I think I can guard 1 through 4. Having the ability to guard 1 through 4 is definitely big for the next level in college because, I mean, if you can guard 1 through 4, you can really, like, you can take advantage of those because, like, if it's littler guards, you can really trap them. If it's bigger, they're usually slower, so you can easily steal the ball from them. For sure.
I'm in college now. I'm at the D2 level. Definitely not Madison Square Garden and St. John's, but basketball.
Basketball is basketball. You still work the same way.
For sure. I feel like just being versatile myself, like I can guard 1 through 4. sometimes, like if it's not a back to the basket 5, I can guard 1 through 5 just because I'm pretty tall. I got good instincts. I'm smart. But like you said, just being versatile, being able to do all those things on defense and offense, like you almost guaranteed like some kind of playing time period. Because if you could switch 1 through 4, you could guard anybody on the court, then you're not a liability. A lot of people can play offense, can't play defense, or can play good defense and don't have no offensive game. But if you got a good mix of both, for sure, you put yourself in a good position for sure. All right, now I got a new segment on my show. I call it Crunch Time. Everybody know football, basketball, any sports, fourth quarter, late moments, crunch time. You got to lock in. You got to do your thing. Can't fumble. Just a couple quick questions. What has been the biggest obstacle that you've had to face to get to this point?
The biggest obstacle I had to face to this point is moving to a lot of different cities, playing with a lot of players, probably getting to learn a lot of different systems and like playing for different coaches.
For sure. What advice would you give to somebody that's up and coming, that sees you hooping, sees you doing your thing, that wants to be just like Aj Storr?
One, first of all, don't try to be like nobody else. Be like yourself. Be original. And just stay true to the grind. Stay true to the game. Never cheat, really, because like you're not hurting nobody else but yourself.
For sure. What are some quotes or like some mottos that you take with you every day that you say to yourself that you might read? Like, what are some things that you live by?
It's one quote by Theodore Roosevelt, but I got it from LeBron. It's called "The Man in the Arena." Like, it's really the man in the arena. It's every time you step in the gym, it's a person that hasn't seen you play before or doesn't know anything about you. So setting a good impression on and off the court is a good thing.
For sure. What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I ever received? Don't let nobody tell me I can't do it. I received that from my mom. Always believe in yourself.
For sure. What's something that a random person wouldn't know about you, but your close friends, your family members would know that you like to do?
I'm a big LeBron fan. And 2, I'm a big game head. I used to be a big game head before I came out here. I don't got my game right now.
For sure. I used to play games so much, bro, when I was younger. And like, it just,
I swear.
I got a P5. I barely even played it. Like, I'll be flagged.
Yeah, I ain't got no time to play it now.
Right. What's your why? What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated to keep working hard and doing what you do?
My mom, my sister, and my 4 little brothers.
For sure. If you could meet and spend a day with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why? I already know one of them gonna be LeBron for sure.
Yeah, one of them LeBron, Kobe, and Mike. And why? LeBron, I'll just take his advice on dealing with pressure. I feel like he dealt with a lot of pressure coming into the game. And for Kobe and Mike, just having that killer mentality and like never backing down from nobody and going hard every play.
For sure. Last question. Who should I have on the show next? Whoever you tell me, you got to help me. You got to plug me in, help me get him on here. Who should I have on here next?
Man, get my boy Grant Newell. Grant Newell from Whitney Young.
Yes, sir. Grant Newell, if you see this, man, I need you on the show. You've been requested. I need you on the show. Come bless the show, man.
Yep.
Aj Storr, again, I appreciate you, bro, for taking the time to do this. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram, any social media that you got.
Yep. At the real Aj Storr _ at the end. And for Twitter, Storr _ AJ.
For sure. All that's going to be down below in the description. Make sure y'all follow AJ. Stay tuned. Big season coming at IMG this year. St. John's commit, going to St. John's after this year. Big things coming. Big time plays in Madison Square Garden for sure. Looking forward to keeping up with you, man. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this, bro.
Yep, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. I want to say thank you guys for your continued support of the show. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you leave a 5-star rating and a review wherever you get your podcast. For exclusive merch, make sure you send a DM to the DJ Henderson Podcast Instagram page or my personal Instagram at DJ Henderson _.